Just finished qualification for another Laguna Seca race. I totally forgot that I have a league race today at 3 o'clock. So this will be my last race. And then I'll go practice for the league and then qualify and then have that race. I think it says now I'm 11th in the league, which there are worse things, I guess. Is that right? Yeah, 11th with the Mazda out of 37, but I missed 1 week. Anyway, so I didn't qualify in this race, so I'm gonna start from the back, get some confidence for the league race later. I actually am feeling a lot better than I was this morning, so the medication is completely started to help, which is great, and I feel confident and not nervous. And I think that nervousness is what causes all the mistakes. Who knows how long that'll last, but I've been itching to race the last couple hours when I was just...
Let's get to it, dude. We need T6 or higher to increase your rating. You're in split 5 of 26. 10 laps, 12 cars. Do your best out there.
Alright, stop interrupting
It's time
me.
for the race. Gridding time for 2 minutes. 1 minute 45 seconds remaining.
Anything else? Anyway, I was stuck outside waiting for the showings to be done, realizing how skeptical people are of if you're like sitting on the road parked on some residential street. Everyone's like, who's that guy? I'm your neighbor. I'm right down the street. I'm not neighborhood watch.
Fuel okay. About 1.5 gallons in excess.
Here we go.
Focus now.
They were waiting for me.
Green lights.
Oh boy. I forgot I'm nowhere near the front, so it was like
going left
rear.
rear.
I almost crashed.
Still alive.
Oh,
Yellow
Jesus.
flag. Free.
I mean, I started in the back, and I still almost got taken out.
Left behind. Left side forward. We're free. We're class position 10 currently.
I think Marcus was P1, so I'm just gonna stay behind him and try and get through these people with Marcus, and he's gonna motivate me because I can just sort of tie into what he's doing. It'll make me better, and hopefully the knuckleheads in front will get out of our way.
Incident.
Thank you for
Cleared.
not moving. Hi, May J. May.
Class position 9 currently.
Oh, man. Marcus, let's get these guys. You and me, buddy. This guy uses the whole track. I can't use the whole track. I'm too...
Sorry, mate.
Muscle memory's not there.
That was a new session quickest past sector. Well done. New best lap. Beware. Incident cleared.
Jesus. I
Up
need
to
a little
position
bit
8, Matthew.
faster.
Good moving. Be careful. In 5 seconds, 1 car. Incident has cleared.
Everyone is obeying the normal
Good moving.
courtesy. This
You're
is
number
great.
7. Juan Carlos Pena now leads. Well done, bro. Number 6 now. There's about 29 rating to get for the position up ahead.
Well done, bro.
There's 29 rating to get for the position up ahead.
Oh, dude. Mark ate it right behind me. Sometimes you can...
Last sector was a new session best.
Sometimes you can bait other people if you brake a little later than normal.
Yellow.
Brake a little
We're position
later
5
than normal.
currently. Good job.
Jesus. Anyway. And then get them to drive over into the abyss by braking later, and then they get this hypnosis where they're basically gonna brake a certain amount of time after they see my brake lights,
Interval behind is 2 seconds.
and then bin it, which is what I did. So that makes me happy because I got Mark Elat out of my way.
Previous sector was a session record.
And I used skill doing so. And now Marcus and I are both in the top 5. Maybe we can take these guys to the woodshed. Gabriel and John. Just need to make sure Marcus doesn't feel like I'm pressuring him. I kind of believe like he is. Thinking that.
Session quickest previous sector.
Me and Marcus on the podium. Let's do it.
Good stuff. New fastest time. One minute 40.249.
I wonder at what point Marcus is no longer going to be my bud, and he's going to turn into my arch nemesis. He's probably going to drive over me. at some point because I'll do something I'm not supposed to. The track is definitely not as fast as normal. Oh shit! But that felt. Oh, my back. That was a hard one. I don't want Marcus to get out of my
Previous
sight.
sector was a session record.
Pretty
Session
excited
quickest
for the
sector.
league race later. Because those guys all take it very seriously, and there's like no dicking around. None of the monkey business. No funny business. Shenanigans. Tomfoolery. There is none of that. And so, usually I'm the one doing the tomfoolery. Because I'm not as good as most of them. Oh, Marcus, I petered out. I gotta turn my tires back on. This thing is such a pig going up. Going up a hill.
Track temperature down 22 degrees.
Gabriel D. Wyson. I think my car. Oh, yeah, the tires are going. Really working them over to the bone. Well, it looks like we all got into a decent rhythm after all of the... Oh, jeez, I got a guy on my tail.
Past sector was a session best.
Somebody tell me of these things. I don't care about my session best. I hate that Thomas Fenn is behind me. Oh, I baited him too. Thomas went
That
for
was
a
a new
ride.
session fastest previous sector.
Down the hill. Well, that was worth the price of admission. I want to look at that after on the replay, because I'm certain that I baited him into making that mistake, both of those guys. And I want to pat myself on the back. Don't we all? I just messed up that lap. Three seconds behind Marcus.
Car behind on track. Previous lap time 1 minute 39.9.
See the difference between how I'm driving, like what my sort of overall motivation is when Marcus is in striking distance versus when we're just sort of all keeping pace with each other. That's the mental part that I just don't have yet, where I can push like every lap as hard as possible. 138.7 on this track is sick. Sick. It's sick.
New optimal last sector.
It's pretty sick. Alright, that was good.
That was a session record previous sector.
I had to hold it all together there at the end. Marcus has sort of lost touch with those guys, too. Maybe Marcus isn't as good as I
New
thought he
quickest
was.
time, 1 minute 39.8.
Now, Marcus has become the enemy. See how that works? Now I gotta try to pass Marcus. And the crowd goes wild. Because I'm just here for fame and fortune, people. Or the fortune, really, but I'll take the fame. Let's get Marcus.
Last sector was a new session greatest.
Or at least let's let Marcus know we're here.
That was a session green previous sector. That was a new green past sector. Bring it home. Improving.
139.1.
Another best lap.
This just downshifted way too early there.
1 minute 39.14.
Well, I can be proud of this P5, given the start. What do you think? That turn, it actually feels like you're off the ground, but you're not. So the natural tendency is to take your foot off the throttle because your car is in the air, but it's not.
Checkered flag.
And so it's easy to lose some time there if you're not like cognizant of that. All right.
Checkered flag.
There are worse things.
Yellow flag.
Good race, everyone. Woo! Marcus, I was thinking
Good job,
we would
mate.
go all the way
Up to P5.
podium.
You finish with 5.89 gallons in the fuel tank.
I forgot. I wanted to look at that, actually. Is it necessary? Let's see if the league practice has started. Take a break, driver 61, driver 61. Take a break, you'll be on the ship too long. And the terrain conductor says, take a break, driver 61. Driver 61, take a break. We can meet our destination. Thankfully, no one was there for that. Thankfully, everyone missed me singing REM. Signing? That's going to confuse the hell out of it, everyone. Singing. Let's invite Lashy. Let me invite people. No, I don't want to log out. Jesus. Let's invite Lashy. Dun, 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 dun. Twitch. Twitch, Twitch, Twitch. Share stream. Lashy. Shay. Hopefully he's outside. Because he's in Arizona. How do I get this thing to alert me when a person comes on? That's a legit question. I mean, I have no idea what I'm doing. So there's that. View session. WeatherTech. Test drive. I don't want test drive. Open this up. What time does it open? Oh, not for 7 minutes. Well, what am I going to do for 7 minutes? All these questions. I cannot. We're going to put the score up here. I should really edit it. Edit out the stuff that's not important. But you can't. Anyway, just joking. I should be able to highlight this. Matthew White. 13 points. 2 top 10s. That's all I got going on for me, which is nice. All right, let's see if I can join the other racing drivers. Where are we? Where are we? Keith Carter? No. I might take a break. We've been on your ship too long. Oh, do I really have a viewer? I don't believe it's true. So announce yourself if you are here. Do we have channel open for league chat. Yet. I don't know why I'm saying that out loud, because you guys could see what I'm typing. I'm certain my identity is going to be stolen based on people seeing stuff on the screen or whatever. But trust me, no one wants my identity. It's like, I don't even know my identity, barely. But nobody wants that. Or they could take it, and I'll cash in on the insurance, the identity loss. You know how they have that, right? Like identity theft insurance. I was always thinking maybe you could do that for like actual identities. Like, I lost my identity. I can't figure out who the fuck I am. Excuse my French. Anyway, one viewer. Who are you? Type your name slowly where I can see your hands. Okay. Anonymous, that's fine. As long as it's not like the anonymous. Because it's be so easy to hack my computer with my identity and whatnot. Full circle. Do we have a... Oh, let's look at the results of the last race. P5. And up to 1527. So that's a little better. You've been on the ship too long, and the terrain conductor says, drop a 61. If I had a following, people, someone would be like, hey, it's driver 8, not driver 61. I don't know where you got driver 61. Wow. Oh, no, that's actually not very good. I thought it was good. It's actually so bad, it seemed good. Down to 61st out of 1,846. And during the week, down to 26th out of 296. So not as good as it was. And this is the last week of the season. And then we have work week 13, which is sort of like I don't know, like a rest. It's kind of like a free for all week, I guess, where we race different tracks every couple days, I think, and other variations of interest. I think I need to get some bells and whistles, like to get people to stay or to come. Bells and whistles from a marketing perspective. I never understood bells and whistles. Don't you think about where these sayings come from all the time? I always think about that. It's actually a little stressful. Like, why do these people say bells and whistles? What? I don't know. What profession did people use bells and whistles? Like, oh no, a bell's not good enough. We need a whistle for this one. I'm here all week. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of those types of idioms. Is that, I don't, what are they called? I don't know what they're called actually. There's a whole bunch of those. But that reminds me, I sort of stopped pretending I know the answers to things that I don't, which is it's probably the number one addiction we have in this country is the need to be right. You know, Lotus. Lotus is a lot like Flotus. So sorry for the diversion. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't pretend to know things anymore, and it's driving my kids nuts because they're like, "Dad, what's this? Dad, how do I do this? Dad, my car won't start. Dad, blah blah blah." And normally they think he's gonna fix that, right? Like that's his job. But I realized that throughout my whole life, learned how to fix that stuff by just learning the hard way and having awful experiences that you remember. So my kid the other day, her battery died in her car, and she was like, "I jumped my car. Aren't you proud of me? Like I jumped my car." And I'm like, "Oh, that's awesome that you learned how to like jump a car with another person and cables and all that." And she says, "Yeah, I did it." So, and that was the end of the story. And I'm thinking, what are you going to do next? Here are your options. One, realize that a battery, it doesn't just die once. So there's something wrong with your car. Do you want to figure that out like on a schedule, or do you just want that to happen out on the middle of the road so you can call me and be like, "Hey dad, my car, it won't start and I'm on the side of the highway. Can you fix that?" And then that involves calling AAA or whatever, State Farm Insurance, roadside assistance, and learning how to deal with that shit and the tow truck and all of that. And I'm like, "No, listen, this is the last tip I'm gonna give you. Either take it to the shop, um, or I'm not I'm not gonna come and pick you up when it just decides to stop working." So it was like, and then multiply that by 10 because that's how crazy the conversation went, and it's not even an interesting conversation. So that's just an indication of how crazy my life is. Um, if that sounds boring or not funny, then this may not be the place for you. If you think it might be funny, I would give me another chance to make you laugh. And yeah, help me achieve um, my goal of becoming a professional racing driver. Where the money comes from with that profession makes no difference to me. So I could win Monaco for money, you know, um, and that could be my profession, like Formula One driver. Probably not. Probably not. I mean, Fernando Alonso, what is he, like 42 or something? I'm 51, but I have a few, a little bit of learning to do. Or I could entertain people while driving, and then that would be a professional race car driver as well, assuming that that pays something. And I think that's the thing that everybody wants, right? Is how do I figure out how to monetize my, what I want to do for a living, and like not tugging cheek, right? This is what I want to do, um, and that's the struggle, right? And so hopefully this dissertation will help people, find me interesting and want to watch whether I can succeed a as a racing driver or not, or whether I have to go back and take a really, really depressing and awful corporate job, which is not driving cars in any way, shape, or form, unless it's a rental car in a foreign city. Um, so that's that. We are 5 minutes into the practice. I think I I overstayed my welcome there. View season, view schedule, view session, test drive. Why is this thing not open yet? Am I missing something? No, that's the Red Bull ring. Good Lord. No, that was right, actually. That was right, I think. No, it wasn't. Apologies. Baseball's been very, very good to me. Oh, let's go on the channel and raise some hell. What do you think? Should we raise some hell? There we go. Student
Crew
chat.
chief a lot.
Hello.
Well, people that have it set up the way they like it a lot.
Yeah. Did I hear hello in the background?
Sibilance. Check. Yes. 1,
Hello.
2, 3. Hi.
Hello.
Good afternoon, all.
Hello.
Hello, is this Gary?
Hello.
Hi, this is Rue.
Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Hello. All right. Well, sorry for interrupting whatever you guys were talking about. It's never really a good time to step
Oh,
in.
no. We were discussing getting crew chief set up the way that you like it.
And the way that one likes it.
Yes. Once you get it set, then it's great. But until you get it set, it is a little frustrating.
I think you could sell a service of setting people's stuff like that up, and people would pay for it, because I've tried to set my thing, that, all of the overlays and all of the third-party stuff, and I've had a struggle, and it's mostly because I just want to race, right? And I can't dedicate the time to really doing it right. And I think if someone was selling that service, that's just my 2 cents, by the way. Not that you asked for it.
I'll take it though.
Yeah. So that's my investment into the conversation. It's working, but I'm sure I could have it a lot more optimized. I don't talk very much during the day, so the people around me, you guys are the recipients of that fine experience.
That's fine. We'll take it.
I think you're right about that, though. I think more useful would be a service that taught you how to do it rather than a service that
did it for you.
For you, because I know for me, I'm constantly moving things. I don't use Crew Chief like that particularly.
5 driving.
But when I had overlays, I was constantly moving them around and trying to figure out what I wanted where and what was best for me and what I wanted to see and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, and I think fundamentally it's not like that hard to configure it once somebody just points you in the direction.
No, once you've spent the
So yeah, I use Digital Racing Engineer for that, and it's pretty good. I like it. The Race Labs is another thing that I think I have it sort of set up, but it's definitely not. There's a lot of things that probably somebody that's smart about that would be able to explain to me.
I have a combination of Race Labs and SimHub that work for me. I really like the Race Labs radar and map, and then I've got SimHub for a couple other little items.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just started taking one-on-one lessons, Driver 61, and so my coach he sent me all the SimHub stuff, and I looked at that and was completely overwhelmed by opening that and seeing all of the things I need. It felt like I needed to do, but and I'm sure it's as straightforward as the other ones, but just found that one particularly overwhelming.
Well, there are so many different options that are available to you. It's definitely it definitely gets overwhelming.
I wonder if it's all just a bunch of config files that you could essentially send to people and have them alter whatever the variables are in it, because that would be super useful. But I'm sure it's more complicated than that.
Rue, that's a good looking paint job you got going today.
Thank you very much.
Limiter engaged.
I'm enjoying driving it.
Gentlemen, how is everybody?
It depends. Who is that?
Colt, Gary.
Oh, well, great. How are you, Gary?
Pretty fair overtake.
Thank you very much.
I have run a lot of laps this week. More than I'm willing to admit.
Car 26, Rue Adri James LeMage leads.
Could have saw Jeremy out there a little bit.
You can't park there, Rue.
You know what I love about the corkscrew? Like the occasional, when you miss it a little bit to the left, and instead of going right, you go left.
Slam into the wall at high speed.
Yeah, but like you're really not expecting it so much, and you know you're just a passenger at that point, right? But yeah, it's especially funny when it happens to the person in front of me. Not so much when it happens to me, but.
1 exiting pits.
I'd say you could probably average like P5, just sort of starting in the back and waiting for all the shenanigans, because this track has quite a bit of that tomfoolery as well.
Ooh.
Ah.
This track absolutely brings out the crazies in the officials.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Well,
I just got my fastest lap ever.
Nice.
Nicely done.
Rue's on a beach trip.
Yeah.
We're class position 7.
No, you put. Yeah, I'm on a beach trip now.
1 more coming. Go now.
Watch out for unexploded ordnance out there.
Yes.
Or you were saying something. I don't remember what it was, but.
Good morning, afternoon, and evening, everyone.
Hello.
Good afternoon. Who's morning? Who is it for morning?
It's morning for me.
Oh, yes.
Actually. Yeah.
That makes sense. Who else would it be?
Down here in New Zealand.
Nice.
What part of New Zealand?
I'm in Auckland.
Okay.
So the main city.
Mm-hmm.
I almost made it to New Zealand once. It's also not a place where you just like almost end up, by the way.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to be kind of deliberate to get to New Zealand.
We just hit into my comedy wheelhouse, by the way. Like, stating the obvious.
1 minute 48.4.
Yeah, I was in Sydney, and I was there partially for work, because my wife was there for work, and I had to justify my existence so I could go with her, and we almost ended up having to go work in New Zealand, but we didn't.
Oh wow.
There's my almost ended up in
Last
New Zealand.
sector was a new session fastest.
Wow.
I have always wanted to go see Invercargill.
What's that?
Because I adore Burt Monroe, and I want to go see where he's from.
40 to go.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Awesome, man. I actually haven't been to Invercargill. That's South Island, isn't it?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure. I should know.
Eh.
Is this like when something is really cool from your own
That was
world,
a session
but you
quickest
haven't
last
done
sector.
that thing that you should have done?
Yeah.
It's like
You
tourist.
meet a lot of tourists that have been to
Yeah.
more places than I have in New Zealand, and yeah. But the whole country's amazing. Like I've been around quite a bit of the
One at
country.
exit 1 on you.
I'm from Chicago, and
New
I
session
think
record past
people
sector.
think you
3
spend
laps
like
completed. 40
half
laps
of your
to go.
life in the Willis Tower or Sears Tower, or whatever you want to call it. Like, no, I've
Good
actually
job.
not been
Yet
in that
another
building
fastest
since
lap.
I worked
1
there in
minute 40 and a quarter
1993.
seconds. Going position 3. Matthew, excellent.
You ever been
Oh.
to the top of the Sears Tower?
We're down to P4 currently.
It's way up there.
But do you spend your life eating Chicago deep dish? That's the question.
Yeah, I can't. I tried to avoid that one, but
Last sector was a
I can't help myself. Lou Malnati's is my favorite one. There are several. Oh, just binned it. See, pizza. It's pizza's fault. Hot dogs as well. You know, we're known for our encased meats.
That's what she
Have
said.
have you been to other countries? And is it like for you
Limit
in
on.
America? Have you noticed that like serving sizes are bigger than other countries? Is that true?
Yes, it's definitely
Yes,
true.
absolutely.
Okay.
We're
Because
not.
man, I've seen Super Size Me. Have you know that?
Yeah, I was just about to say,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
we're
Like,
so bad
and-
we can't even help ourselves when something says
Yeah.
supersize me. What were you gonna say?
You know what's
This-
crazy is like our large in New Zealand is usually like apparent like you're small in the Super Size Me. Like not even kidding.
You know what I
Well,
think is? Go ahead.
Some stereotypes ring true because they are.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
crazy.
I mean,
car in front on track is vulnerable in the
it's so
upcoming
funny
sector.
too because we'll say like, I'll say something like, "Have you seen us?" Like Americans, just generally speaking, we are bigger than other places, and we're like, these two things aren't. Are they connected to one another? I don't know. I just like obesity happens to run in my family. I'm like, no, you eat 3 times as much as a normal person.
I'm sorry, Bob. That was 100% on me.
That's okay. It's not the race time.
Yeah. It was-
But nah, obesity is genetic as well.
Oh yeah, yes. Sorry, I should have hit the disclaimers. But yes,
That's
it
what
is.
That's what I tell myself, so I feel better about extra large T-shirts.
Yeah,
Anyway,
me too.
I just walked in on this, so I'm not sure what we're talking
31
about. But
seconds.
you could also say in the American food supply how much sugar is in the processed food.
oh my
Getting to
goodness,
change
yes.
gas. Unused rubber
Yeah.
to go with polishing
They just
window.
pumped it in there,
Another
just because
thing.
it's
We're P5
addictive. It's the
currently.
same old game that as the tobacco
Car 7,
industry or
one on track.
anyone. It's addictive.
Yeah.
I think it's
Past
worse
sector
than the
was a grain.
tobacco industry because, like, this is sort of there's this attempt to hide it, like, in plain sight, right? Another thing about there's so much sugar. Well, that leads to the obesity issue, right? Like,
You know how they hide it though, right? Is they blamed it on fat.
You have two cars.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So now everything's low fat, but it has a ton of sugar in it.
Right.
And it's high fructose corn syrup on top of that. So it's bad. It's just terrible.
And I have no willpower, so I mean,
This
at the end of the day,
Well, I don't know if you've ever eaten a donut or not, but they're
pretty
really
good.
damn good.
yeah.
Exactly. I didn't say it. I'm not judging myself for not having the willpower. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I love cookies and donuts and stuff. But
Yeah. It's actually
We
not
don't
a
have many
willpower,
donut shops in New Zealand.
I
We only
play a
really
lot of-
have Krispy Kreme and Dunkin' Donuts,
Yeah.
and they're not that common.
We've cornered the market on the places that will make the donuts that you guys may eat one of occasionally.
Oh,
And I play a lot of tennis and license myself to eat a bunch of cookies,
Yeah,
donuts and stuff. That's the way.
absolutely.
That's the way I get over. I'd be 20 pounds lighter.
Problem is,
Yeah.
Sorry, Dave. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just agreeing that if I didn't eat like a dump truck, I would not. After COVID, I stopped going to the gym as often as I did before, but I went to the gym like 4 days a week so that I could eat like a dump truck.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Dump trucks
Is
are.
that not what
They
it's
don't even
for?
taste that good.
One back on
By
track.
the way, dump trucks.
Oh,
Oh, that's
I don't know
not
if you-
like, a dump truck. Sorry.
Yeah. He's saying he
Well,
brings
no,
the food in
if-
on a dump truck.
If you deep fry it, it's friggin' delicious.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Who would have known?
No wonder
would've
why
known?
you gained so much weight.
Yeah.
I think that's also we have that southern culture
Limiter
of deep
enabled.
frying stuff.
Yes.
And I'm originally from Texas, but I save all my calories for when I travel back down there and eat all the fried foods when I'm in town. But cause it's worth every bit of the calories. It's so good.
I mean, it sounds like you've got it nailed. You have a calorie deficit
Behind to
sometimes.
P7 currently.
You've
I just lost
allocated-
like 8/10 in the final corner.
No.
You know when you miss on the final corner and then like you just watch the delta just go down and down and down. And you can't do anything.
Yeah.
Sit there and watch.
Sure. That's good. Just take that conversation back to racing. I'm sitting here waiting for Windows updates to finish.
Oh,
I'm eating up my practice time.
that's like the worst conversation ever. Right? There's
Yeah.
nothing redeeming about that conversation.
Yep.
You've got to have a better racing, a switch to racing than that. Otherwise, we're going to be talking about donuts again.
The thing that I hate about that whole Delta move is that the Delta falls like you pushed it off a cliff, but
Limiter
it
activated.
never rises as fast as it falls. Like,
No.
it doesn't matter. You hit that corner perfectly, and it goes green like tick, tick.
Well,
Tick.
yeah. It takes a lot longer to speed up than it does to slow
Yeah.
down.
Exactly. Your brakes are much better than your acceleration.
Yeah.
Pesky
Yeah.
physics getting in the way.
Physics. Just because it's the law doesn't mean I have to follow it.
Yeah, I don't know if you said
What?
Did you say physics or basics? I was like, none of it's basic. I can't figure anything out.
I said physics.
Okay,
You
good,
said physics.
good.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. You
seem
but
to be
also
quicker
I
than
am
the
from the
driver ahead
south,
on
and
track in the
we
upcoming
speak with
sector.
our mouth full of
Local
marshmallows.
yellow
So
in 7 seconds. One involved.
I think that's matching.
Yellow cleared.
That's what I say. That's funny you say that because people say, well, I'm originally from Houston. They say, do people in Houston have an accent? I said, listen to Beyonce when she talks.
Oh, right.
It's like
Yeah.
a mouthful of marbles. A mouthful of marbles.
See, for us, it's marshmallows. For the Europeans, it's
Yeah.
marbles. They're on this
Yeah.
low fat, low
Yeah,
marshmallow diet. Sorry, I had to get back in there one more shot, but you brought up marshmallows. Do people like outside of this country know what marshmallows even are? It sounds like an American.
Yeah, I love marshmallows. Don't worry, no
geez.
stress.
Some like, it's like, why? How are marshmallows not vegan again? There's like horse parts
There's
in them or something.
Yeah, there's
No, I
gelatin
think it's
in
like
them.
lard or something.
Everyone, like, apparently the health losses of marshmallows are horrendous.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I
Still
mean,
updating. Oh my gosh.
it's sugar, butter, and gelatin. It's
Right. Sounds
gelatinized sweet butter. Of course, it's
Falling
not good
back
for
to
you.
P8.
like, that word gelatin. It just, I don't think
Yeah.
anyone actually knows what it is. To be honest.
Yeah.
That was a
It
green
could
light
probably be
sector.
any class of thing. It's probably lard in that case.
Yeah. There was for some time there was a big controversy over the Nutella hazelnut spread
Yeah.
because everybody was like, "What do you mean it's not healthy?" Well, it's a spreadable chocolate.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's got
It was
hazelnuts in
It's
it.
not a magic
Yeah.
nut.
Yeah,
If
it's
it
got
was-
hazelnut in it, but most of that is sugar and chocolate. Of course, it's
Right.
not healthy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Everybody had convinced themselves that this is an excellent breakfast.
right.
Well, I
Right.
mean, it is an excellent breakfast. It's just not a
Right.
healthy one.
Well, with the help, the all, everything. Did everything.
Yeah.
Are you putting like that on whole wheat toast? By the way, like, is that your?
Right.
Oh, I
Right.
got the whole wheat here at least. So
No, you got to put it on crepes.
there you go. Yes,
Yeah,
those are
that's
delicious.
That's the key.
Those are delicious.
Now, Nutella is not an American thing, I don't think.
No, I don't
It's
think
Italian. Is it Italian?
sounds
It's
Italian.
Italian.
I don't know.
This thing is still updating.
Color is near.
What the hell?
Good
Do
deal.
you need us to do a desktop
Morning.
sharing session?
I need to extend practice. I have not driven the
3/4 of a
track
second
since
down
last
from your
season.
best lap.
Oh boy. Ugh.
I've got faith in you.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
You can do it.
I can do it. Bada boom,
You
hey.
Good.
You can do it all night long.
What the hell is this thing doing?
None of these are hot laps. They're all like slightly above average temperature laps.
I was just going to ask, do you guys know if the track is hotter or colder than the week?
What is the? Do you have the temperature for this one?
The track, it says track's 28, but it's 26 weather.
I think that's warmer.
Defend from the car behind on track in the
That's
next
about 90
sector.
Fahrenheit. Is that right?
Track was 27 in the officials.
New session green previous
Okay.
sector.
I feel like it's, if anything, this is warmer than the week, but it could be wrong.
Yeah. Whoa. Okay,
Session record sector.
I gotta go make some breakfast, team.
All
Be
right,
back later.
Good luck.
I won't make marshmallows.
we're all counting on you.
You can do it.
Rear. 3.
I won't make marshmallows, I'll just eat them instead.
I came
Sweet
with
ass.
my tea already.
Cheers.
Good. Always bring some to my rig. Some more updates still? Come on.
Limiter on.
Did it
I'm
work?
at 86%. It keeps rebooting.
Oh my
Went from-
god. When's the last time you updated your computer? Windows 98?
Windows.
Vista.
Oh god.
This.
ME, Vista. Those two are like, will go down in infamy, right?
Yeah. 8 wasn't so great either.
Whoa, boy. No, I'm just driving a little too aggressive. I gotta go take some deep breaths, guys. Trust me. Ugh.
Okay, come on, 95%.
Sibilance.
Had a good lap going too.
Sibilance. Well,
That was close.
don't have any extra people here. Just still the one person that's not actually a person.
I don't know who's in the yellow Pennzoil car, but you just scared the fire out of me.
Yeah, it cut right across my nose.
That's me. I'm sorry.
All good.
Sorry, Rue.
Oh, this might take a few minutes now. Great.
That wasn't my fault.
What did they call the other period of time? Just curious.
What do you mean? When you're waiting?
This is gonna take a few minutes. Is that what it's been saying all along?
It comes back and you waited for all these updates. 100%, yeah, and it goes, hi. This might take a few minutes. Got a few more things to do. Don't turn off your PC.
It's got an attitude problem now, does it?
Well, it's trying to be nice because it knows you're pissed off now.
Falling behind to P9 now.
That's funny.
I'd rather watch the counter than you to pull this kind of trick on me.
Yeah. Once you're committed to it, though, you can't really walk away because then that's acknowledgement of like wasting all of that time waiting for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta see it out to the end. Sorry.
We're down to P10.
I thought I told it to do it in the middle of the morning, but
it's someone's morning.
Yeah. Almost there, it tells me. Almost there. Hey! I think we're here.
Now, right about now is when the IT guy shows up, and you're like, this has been going on for an hour, and I'm like, 2 clicks. Oh yeah,
Right.
Done and done.
All right, doggo, you gotta go.
Pushed back to 11.
Sure.
Did you say you have a dog that needs to leave the room? What time is it? What time? It's the qualifying starts at 3, right? Is that right? 3 Central, 4 Eastern.
Yeah, depends where you are.
I suppose that's true, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That whole time zone thing.
Qualifying starts in about 45 minutes.
Okay. That's in line with my thought.
Pit limiter enabled.
What's the name of that site with the create the liveries, the custom? Is it trading?
Trading paints, yeah.
Okay. Thanks. I'm having like FOMO or something. I need to get in the action. weird. It's like trading paints isn't working for me. No sights are ever down. That's not possible. Try later.
I think once you load in, you can't change your paint anyway.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Good point. Yeah. See, you've made this not as heartbreaking. What's the other car like compared to the Mazda?
The GR886?
Yeah.
The Mazdas are faster on the straight from my understanding, but the GRs are better in the corners.
Slow. Speeding. Black flag.
Cool.
That's the biggest difference that all of my buddies have been saying.
Limiter activated.
Do you have like people local to you that are drivers or that drive on this as well?
Yeah, so I have, there's like 30 of us that we all do RC drifting. And then over the last 2 years, we all got into sim racing. So we have our own private league that we just kind of screw around on.
Nice.
One of the guys, he's been driving in iRacing for about 2.5 years, and he's up in the 4K.
Wow.
And then we kind of range all the way down from 4 to say 1200.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all different skill levels, and we all kind of just try to learn from each other.
Nice.
Which isn't always necessarily the best way either, but you end up picking up your buddy's bad habits.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like you can figure out pretty quickly. No, you're right. That is. It's hard to
Class position
choose
12
out
currently.
what's useful and what's not sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to drive in some more league racing. To be honest, I haven't really connected with too many folks up until you guys recently. So hoping that because I just not there's I know you could probably join some random leagues, right? But it's good to know that the people are, sort of taking it seriously and everything.
Well, my buddy Brian, that's one of the better drivers, or I think he's the guy that's in the 4K. We're located in Canada, and he was doing a couple races and met up with, I guess, became quick friends with a guy named Corey out of the States. So we have Corey, and then there's another guy from the States that drives with us.
Oh, nice. What part of Canada?
We're located in Ontario, Mississauga.
We'd go up there every summer and fish.
Whereabouts?
Most of the years we went about 20 minutes north of Kenora.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Hardcore for a week.
Yeah, we go up in September every year, about an hour south of Timmins, about an hour and a half off the main road, so it's just pure logging roads.
Yeah.
If you get a hook in your ass, you got at least a 2.5 hour drive to the hospital, so you got to be careful. But
we got stuck, or I shouldn't say we got stuck. We ended up on one of those road, I think it was more like a railroad.
We got one closing.
An old railroad or something like that, but it could have been logging, I guess. We ended up on one of those, and
pit limit on.
Got completely lost because the GPS wasn't very accurate.
Right.
And almost ended up in the middle of nowhere with no gas and no food. And I was like, wow, you can sort of fall off the map up there.
Far enough up north, yeah. I mean, you go an hour north of Timmins, there isn't even any roads. There's a lot of great flying fishing lakes there, but...
Yeah.
Oh.
Number 1, Brett Boas, is now at the front.
But yeah, we only do it once a year because it's like from where we are, we're like I'm only about an hour away from Buffalo. So to get up to those fishing areas, it's like 6-7 hour drive where we go.
Got it.
Down to 13
it's
in class.
Crazy that Ontario
You have one
goes
when
so
returning.
Far west.
Go, go, go.
Because we actually, where we fish, you're like can put the boat into Manitoba on the English River, so it's like right on the border there. I might do it this summer. I haven't done it since before COVID, 2019.
You guys find the bugs are bad when you go in the summer?
Oh my god.
That's why we go in September.
Yeah, we would go in like July or and yeah, it's terrible. It would vary though from year to year, depending on the water level, I think, or God knows what. I'm not an expert, right?
Yeah.
But it's crazy though, like the water level the first time, because it's that river system. I went up there the first time and water was like at an all-time low, and I was, I had the boat. I'm trying to figure out like how to keep the boat in the current, and then a year later it was like it's like feet higher, and the places that we were fishing with the boat like were like white caps, like you couldn't even control. It was crazy. It's made me realize how much water is there,
Yeah, we had a couple years like that. There's a particular lake that we go to that's called Canoe Shed, and it's off of a logging road. You're driving and it just looks like a tiny little creek with a couple culverts on it.
Limiter turned on.
And you gotta launch in you can't use like motor boats. It's all trolling motors or canoes or whatever with like 12-foot tin cans.
Got it.
And you go down this little creek for like 45 minutes in the first year to get to this lake. And the first year that we did it, the weeds that were coming out of the lake were about 6 feet over our heads. And 2 years later, it was barely at the side of the boat, and it was like, oh, okay, well, this is different.
Right.
Now we don't have to like cross over the beaver dams and lift the boat and stuff. We just float right over it.
Yeah, it's dangerous too. Like you don't know where the stumps are and all of that stuff. Anyway, I feel bad now taking this entire channel for fishing Sunday morning fishing. Anyway, yeah, leagues. If anyone's got leagues that they know of, I'd love to get more involved. The only thing I struggle with leagues is that like I might not know a track one week and like never driven it before, and it takes me a while to learn them. I haven't kind of mastered that yet. And so the difference between like feeling comfortable at a track and just being on the edge there is like not something I would want to bring to anybody's league. Yeah.
Well, I mean, in our particular league, it's the skill level is so all over the place. It doesn't really matter.
Got it.
We usually do 2 weeks or 2 races a week, every Thursday. It's pretty much just a screw around race where it doesn't matter what happens. Sometimes we'll all just start banding together and trying to take out the guy in first place just so he can't get first place and knocking him off the track. Like, it's just for fun, right?
Got it.
And then Sunday we've been running a dedicated GT3 league, which is a little bit more serious. You try to do clean races and whatever, but...
Got it.
Limiter activated.
And then we'll always do like a second race or just a crazy race. Drive like Formula 1 cars on dirt roads or...
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's cool. Like, just different. As long as everyone's on board, that sounds fun.
Going right forward. You're free.
137.3. I think that's about as fast as I've seen. It's a nice lap.
My best ever hot time, one-time lap magic I got on here was a 137.5, and I've never been able to do it since.
Wow. Yeah, I'm nowhere close to that. Hence the lessons.
Yeah. Do you follow a guy named Boosted Media on YouTube?
No, I don't think so.
So he's like all about sim racing. He's got like $100,000 rig and 65 triple-inch monitors and this and that, but he's got a lot of good videos, and one of the videos that he has explains how to make your own liveries on trading paint.
Cool.
You might want to look him up.
Boosted Media, did you say?
Yeah, Boosted Media.
Cool. Thank you.
Right on.
I'm more in the Kimi Räikkönen world, where it's like, show me where the car is, and the rest of it's too hard. But
oh well, if you download Trading Paints, there's a whole bunch of paints that you can just pick and run.
Yeah, I figured that out. Like once I figure it out, I'm like, the particular thing, it's usually fine. Just took me a little while to figure that out. That's a common occurrence in my life. I think I was in a league, and the guy wanted to put his logo on our cars, and I was like, yeah, sure, fine. And then he gave me the logo files, and I eventually was able to get them on my car. Mind you, I was in IT for 30 years, and now cannot operate technology because they've tried to make it so they've tried to everyone overthinks everything, and it's like there's way too much for guys like me who used to have to know everything there was to know about something in order to be.
We one on track. We got one on track. Go, go, go.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's like it tries to be smarter than you, and then you kind of step on each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually it's way smarter.
Further 20 laps to go.
TMI is a global problem.
Yeah, I bet. And this is why I got out of IT. Mostly because I didn't want to work for the man anymore, and mostly because I was so frustrated with technology that in my personal life, that I didn't want to do it anymore in my professional life. And I wanted to drive cars for a living. But I mean, that's never going to happen. But, you have whatever you have, a dream to do something that's not this corporate job. So maybe I'll become a nanny if this doesn't work out. Because kids, I have 4 of those. Yeah.
There you go.
I think my diaper changing days are over.
20 laps to go. 21 laps completed.
At least on kids.
You hope.
Yeah. I can't say my own diapers, but what's the
Well, if you come across Team Hit and Run on Trading Paints, that's my buddy's design.
Oh, cool.
Previous sector was a new optimal.
Oh, am I there yet? No.
One thing I like about sort of just sitting here shooting the shit is I'm able to just sort of continue to work on the muscle memory, because I'm not like super focused on a great lap, but that's the hardest part.
I'm gonna have to go back through all my lessons. Been in the rig for 2 weeks, and I feel like everything that I learned in the 5 weeks has gone right out the window.
Yeah, it always feels like that. I feel like, but you're getting it. and you probably see it in your lap times, even though maybe not as fast as your. I see it.
29 minutes to go in this session.
Of course, I'm not turning 137s ever, but someday.
Pushed back to 14 in class.
For me, the biggest breakthrough I had was at Road America.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, just because the long straights and driving in the GRs, it was like I had so much time to think about, okay, I gotta do this, and like just trying to remember it and prepare for each one of those corners at the end of the long straights was just, it helped me out a lot.
Yeah, you'd lose a lot of time there.
I ended up doing really good there. Went from like a 1400, 3 races. I got first, third, and first. Got up to a 17, and then just started losing all my races. Like, nope, I'm in with the bigger boys now.
I feel like that's around that first threshold, that because I've had the same experience. I mean, I really sort of nail a track. I get it up to about 1650 or 1700, and then it's like I get my ass handed to me a few times. But it usually is because of a new track that I won't normally fall off as bad if it's that same week, but then we switch to the next week and forget about it.
Hey, which sound driver is better, direct sound or X Audio 2?
X Audio 2.
X Audio 2. Okay, thank you.
I have. Yeah.
One leaving pit.
Sound is sometimes tricky with all these different inputs.
0.65 down from your quickest time.
Different programs that are using my device.
Yeah.
There's Elixir coming out.
I've spent a lot of time switching from direct.
That was a new session,
X
fastest
audio
previous
back,
sector.
just to get it to sort of function sometimes.
Yeah, it forgets the devices, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what happened to me.
It's like half
after
the
the
people
updates.
out there are doing that.
That was a new session, green past sector.
I gotta go back to pits and check mine and see what I'm running here.
Well, what happens occasionally for me is that neither one of them works, and then I have to disconnect all my devices and reboot.
We're moving towards C12 here. We're leaning towards C10 here.
Do you guys ever like the sound goes out for some reason and while you're driving and have to finish a race without
we may do
your own
P7 here.
Haven't happened yet.
Looking at P6
no,
now.
Not yet.
Really interesting. Driving without any sound.
Session quickest previous sector.
That would be a little sketchy.
Yeah, the shifting is really hard, obviously. But it did actually teach me a couple things because it changed the way that I how I focused and what I focused on.
Right.
And was
Good
able
stuff.
to sort of acknowledge certain things that I didn't normally.
New fastest lap time.
Wasn't able
1
to
minute
tap
39 and 3/4 seconds. Great dude.
Background.
We're in position number 10 now. One car at pit exit.
That's a new coaching technique.
Yeah, turn the sound off.
Some people have done it for force feedback as well.
Oh,
I've
really?
found, yeah.
Interesting.
They turn off the force feedback?
Yeah, or turn it really, really, really low.
In front of us has a relative low safety rating of 2.44.
Wow. Well, I feel like with the GRs, because that's what I'm running, there is, in comparison to say the BMW GT3, there's almost no force feedback. And I have everything set to max.
It's the same in the Miata.
Yeah. I know a lot of guys, what they're doing is they're going into sound and turning every volume down to about half and leaving your tire volume all the way up, and that's making a big difference for people because they can hear when they're oversteering and scrubbing off too much speed.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I think mine's a couple decibels over the main sound.
Have you guys ever tried driving in a race when there's a 4-year-old kid on one of your arms that wants to drive? Because
No, that would be interesting.
that wasn't actually a good training exercise. She's like the most stubborn person in the entire world, and so like I am not allowed to do something like this that she can't do herself. So if I ever sit on the rig when she's when she's up and around, she just comes in and she's like, I want to drive, like, and she gets on my lap and has to drive. Otherwise, she destroys my race.
Well, I mean, I learned how to drive at the age of 5, back in like 1981. I guess that would be. And the same way my dad would just put me on his lap and I would drive and he would do the pedals and the stick shift. So maybe let her race.
There you go. I was doing the pedals for her. She was okay for a little while, but yeah, it's funny. Yeah, I think I remember. Go ahead, sorry. I think I remember driving a Cutlass or something like that on my grandpa's, who didn't care how old I was or whether I was. I could have probably been drunk and it would have been fine with me driving, but
yeah, those were different times though, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I remember my dad took us up to a lake and him and his buddies got too hammered. So on the way back in his truck, he put me between his legs and he had a big fat belly so I could lean on him, and I drove the truck all the way home for an hour and a half on the highway doing like 140. I was like 9 years old.
Oh my God.
Great.
Yeah, now that's a meme now. That's just like,
yeah, right?
You're like, I mean, I was traumatized by that, but
that's like my best memory. I'm too drunk, you're driving. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, anybody coming? Get out of here, I gotta get out of here. Yeah.
All right, 22 minutes. I'm gonna go pray.
That's probably what I should be doing.
So another big breakthrough I had the other day after getting my ass handed to me, after winning 3 races or getting on the podium in 3 races and then losing the next 6, I realized I don't really care. I just want to drive and enjoy.
Yeah, that's key.
And eventually the lap times, the speed, the muscle memory, everything will come. Just have fun.
Yeah. You're not paying the bills with this.
Right?
Oh, sorry about that. Why are you following me out here? Who is that?
Hello, it could be a new line.
I was trying to get out of your way. You followed me into the dirt.
It's like hypnotize the person in front of you.